Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another story time video. You guys asked for it, so here it is. This story is pretty funny, pretty embarrassing, and pretty stupid all in one. So this goes back to my senior year of high school. So at the time, my senior year, I was dating a guy older than me. He wasn't even in school anymore. So my senior year, I literally could not wait to graduate. I just had like nothing there for me. Like, I feel like I would have enjoyed school more if my boyfriend had gone to school with me, but he didn't. So I was like literally not into senior year at all. Like, I tried to make the best of it, and I think I was like on the yearbook committee and like tried to be a part of it, but deep down I knew I just wanted to be with my boyfriend. I like couldn't wait for the bell to ring because I wasn't going to go home and do homework. I was going to go and hang out with my boyfriend. Okay. My boyfriend used to drive me to school my senior year. I didn't have my license, so he drove me to school, and it was great because I hated taking the bus because I went to a technical high school, so I lived in a different town than where I went to school, so my bus would come at like 6 in the morning, literally so early, and I'd have to get up at like 5:30, so if he drove me to school, I would be able to sleep in and then get up later, and it was just like way more convenient. So that being said, he used to drive me to school every single morning. There would be mornings where he couldn't, and then one of my friends sometimes would drive me in, or I'd have to take, which would be annoying, the bus. He picked me up one morning, and we, I think, went to Dunkin' Donuts and got breakfast or something, and he had said, like, you should skip school today. And I'm like, yeah, but, you know, and I'm like a worrywart, and like I'm not really like, especially senior year, I wasn't really like a bad kid. I always was really good and always afraid to get in trouble, so I was like, yeah, but like I don't know how we would get away with it, like it doesn't make any sense, like no. And he's like, I'll call you out, like I'll pretend to be your dad or something. He's like, I'll call you out of school, I'll just pretend to be your dad or whatever. And I'm like, automatically it registers as like a great idea. I'm like, yeah, that could work, like let's do that. So he's like, okay, let's look up the phone number. My boyfriend literally calls in. He doesn't even change his voice. He literally is like, Mariah can't make it into school today, she won't be in, blah blah blah. Okay, bye. Red flag, because he sounded legit like a kid in his 20s. So needless to say, I'm sure the people at the school didn't believe it was my dad. On top of that, my dad never called me out of school. It would always be my mom. So it was just like not a smart situation. So once he did it, I was like, okay, cool, I'm out of school for the day. Like, what are we gonna do? We had no big plans. It was literally just to spend the day together, which at the time seemed like perfect, but now looking back, like why wouldn't we go to Six Flags? Why wouldn't we go to the movies? Why wouldn't we have done something? We went right to his house, like right back to his house, like, okay, like why? I don't know, but we did. We get to his house, and I'm like, I don't feel good about this. Like, I worry. He's trying to relax me. He's trying to kiss my neck, be all like Rico Suave. Like, it's okay. You know, we're gonna have a great day together. Doing what? Freaking sitting in your basement? Yeah, it was just like registering as like a really bad idea. I was getting really worried. I was like, this is so stupid. This is a really bad idea. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get caught. What about my mom? She's gonna be so mad, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like going from there. So maybe an hour passes, and I'm like not getting comfortable. Like, I'm definitely not getting jiggy with it with him, and he can tell he's trying to like, you know, hook up, and I'm just like, I can't, you know, got like a lot on my mind, leave me alone. So I just said, I was like, I have to tell my mom. He's like, what? And I'm like, I have to tell my mom. I literally have to tell my mom what's going on. Like, I have to go home, tell her I skipped, tell her it was a mistake. I can't do this. Like, I was the type, I still am the kind of person that hates lying, hates doing something wrong, and just like would feel better if I just like went and told my mom what I did. Like, Mom, I skipped school. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. That was like what I wanted to do. He's like, are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, I just have a really bad feeling. Like, I just don't feel good about it. Like, I just really want to go tell my mom. I want to go home. And so he took me home. Literally the whole ride from his house to my parents' house, probably about 15-20 minutes, I was like, oh my god, I had like the worst anxiety. I was like, my mom is gonna kill me. She's gonna be so disappointed, whatever. So we get to the house, and I'm like, can you come with me? He's sitting in the car and he's like, I don't think it's really my place. You told me to skip school. It's definitely your place to come with me right now. Like, he was nervous, you know what I mean? He didn't want to face my mom. But it's like, dude, you were the one that put the bug in my ear. Help me. So he did end up coming with me, but like stayed like way in the back. Like, so I knock on the door. My mom was cleaning the house that day. It must have been a Friday or something. She opens the door and she's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, yeah, I skipped school and I like wish I didn't do it. Well, I'm like going on a ramble. She's like, Mariah, your school called me. I already knew you skipped school. Awkward. I had no idea she even knew. She knew the whole time. She's like, why would you do that? You should be in school. I'm like, you know, giving me the lecture, giving me the whole, you know, I could see her face right now. She just was like, looked at me like I was stupid. Like, Mariah, your school had called. And I'm like, what? And I was like, why did they call? She's like, because Eric, your boyfriend, called you out and he doesn't even sound like an old man or someone that would be your dad. He sounds like a 20-year-old. Plus, your dad never would call you out. It'd be me. So like the school just knew it was just like a scam and they called my mom just to like clarify. My mom's like, yeah, she's supposed to be in school, so that's interesting. So they asked her if she wanted to handle it herself or if I should get in-school suspension. And my mom's like, give her ISS, give her in-school suspension because she needs to learn. Of course my mom would do that to me. Thanks, Mom. Like, not cool at all because in-school suspension was so embarrassing. And to people who are like, I never had ISS in my life. Like, even in middle school. That was my first ISS. So not only was I like grounded at home and not allowed to see Eric for like a while, which was fine because he was the one that got me in the mess, my in-school suspension was a whole day in this room with people that did like really bad things. Like, I mean, I skipped school, so I guess it's bad, but like I just didn't belong there. And like when kids would come and see the ISS teacher that knew me, they were like, why are you in here? And I'm like, because I skipped school and I got caught. Like, it just, everybody found it so funny. And it was embarrassing. Literally, I skipped school and I got caught. Like, you're not supposed to skip school and get caught. You're supposed to skip school, have the best day of your life, and just, like, leave it at that. No one's supposed to know. But I skipped school and got caught. And I remember that whole day in ISS, like, when people would come in and visit the ISS teacher that were in my grade, they'd be like, why are you in here? I'm like, because I skipped school and I got caught. Like, it's embarrassing. And they would laugh. And nonetheless, lesson learned. I'm not in school anymore, but if you guys are watching this and you're in middle school, high school, senior year, don't skip. It's not worth it. Unless you know for a fact, I shouldn't even be saying this, unless you know for a fact that when you call out, it's going to sound legit, then cool. But if you're going to have a friend call you out who's not even going to change their voice, it's not worth it. Just ask your mom if you could have the day off or just like pretend you're sick or something, because what I did literally was not worth it and it gave me so much anxiety. I didn't even enjoy the day. It was not even worth it. I should have just went to school, because now looking back, it's like I didn't enjoy the day. I was with my boyfriend for an hour when I was supposed to be with him the whole day, and then I just like ended up going home and getting grounded and then getting ISS in school probably the following Monday. Totally not worth it. Lesson learned. So that's my story video, my story time video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. I have a lot more stories to come. A lot of funny ones, a lot of crazy ones. They bring back a lot of memories, but they're interesting nonetheless. So if you guys enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or requests, please leave it below. And yeah, until next time, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys. Here. And then bring it inwards. So I'm really going to focus it on my brow bone, but then slowly sweep it in.